Hello friends and welcome to my hobby home. My name is Kathy. Thank you for joining me today. I know you have to be here for the updates because I did tell you guys yesterday that I would be giving you all the deets on all the things that need to be done. So this is not all of it. I have things hanging here. I have a box down here behind me. So many things. But first thing, let me get into the quilts that are done that need to be either quilted or bound. And y'all, I found a quilt that I thought was already finished, but it's not. Let me start with my most recent one. You guys saw me quilting on this. I do have it completely quilted, trimmed down, and all I need to do now is the long garment. This is the Battenberg. This was our June sew along. So this one is coming along. I'm trying to get it all done. As soon as it's quilted, I'm trying to get it bound. Sometimes that's not possible. I do the best I can, but I'm finding that my best that I can ends up with a quilt not trimmed and not bound. I do have the binding for this quilt over here to the side. It is cut. All I need to do is sew it together, which I will be doing that this week. Trying to get this folded so it's not all over the place. But yeah, this is quilt number 1 that is finished, but just needs to be bound. So technically not finished. That is the Battenberg. Now I know you see all these things here. These are things not even nearing completion right now. So let me get the box here. I will just pull it up beside me, and here is the quilt that I thought was already bound. Guys, this is my preppy, and I apologize if it's rumbling on my mic right here. I thought I already had this trimmed and bound, and I cannot believe I don't. I think I was going to bind it in the black. This is a Christmas line. I have lots of this left, so we will see once I get it trimmed down what I am going to bind this in. But guys, this is what I'm saying. You know, I have all these quilts that I thought I had done. I thought I had this one done. I really did. I was actually looking for it, and I was like, oh, I've got it in the Christmas box, you know, for the quilts. My Christmas quilt box. Well, this is not folded straight, so it's not going to let me fold everything straight. But so I've got the Battenberg, the preppy, and next is this, another Christmas quilt. This is the Santa Gnome, and I have this fabric left here for the Santa Gnome. I don't know if, no, that's not what I'm going to bind in. I'm pretty certain this is what I'm going to bind in. I am not going to unfold this all the way, but let me see if I can unfold a little. See if I have somewhere that kind of shows the colors of it. I have greens and blues, and there is this red in there. And I will possibly, I'm thinking highly likely that I'm going to bind in this red. So let me get this folded back where it is not a massive mess here. So this will be 3 here. And I don't know if you can see this. I'll show you. There are snowflakes on this. This is what I will be having my woodruff quilted in. I'm pretty certain this is the one. I'm keeping my fabrics here just in case. I know I'm not going to bind it in the blue, but I will keep the blue there. And I have other fabrics here. I have another quilt here. This was my jelly roll that I did, a jelly roll quilt. I haven't quilted it yet. I need to quilt this one. I will be backing it with this blue grunge. This right here is going to look familiar. This is called Bobbin Blooms. This was out of the Fat Quarter Shop's Sew Sampler. Haven't quilted that. This is my backing for it. And this is my binding for it. I have a post-it note on it. So I know what I'm binding in. Now this next quilt here is the largest quilt that I have made to date. It is quilted and all I need to do is bind it. I am going to be doing a flange binding on this. But this is my Craftsman quilt. To see if you can see all of that. I did put extra borders on there, and I am going to bind it in those same colors of the extra borders. I have the blue and the yellow that I am going to flange bind with. I've got to figure out how to do that. I know it's not hard to do. It's going to be a faux flange. So I just have to cut them the right sizes, and that's something I have to figure out. But this is going to be for my Craftsman. And I'm going to put all these back in the box and I'll be right back. Okay, so now you've seen all of my quilts that need to either be quilted or bound. So let's go to the quilts that I'm currently working. Okay, currently, this, you may recognize this. Currently, this is my woodruff quilt. I have all of my pieces still here with the pattern. I have it on this tray. This tray does have other things on it, but I am currently working the woodruff quilt. That is a current commitment, no deviations. We do this every Saturday. This upcoming Saturday is going to be the last Saturday. So let me pop my woodruff quilt box out of the way. I do have my backing in that box. I believe I have my binding also in that box, but this is the woodruff. The other thing is the flowering. Now this is the current block of the month for the Sew Sampler. This is the 2025 block of the month. I am current on these right here. So we're doing good on this one. I really like these type of blocks. So we are still good on the flowering. I should be getting a box. You will probably see my unboxing. I should be getting my box the day this video should be going out. But, and if I do, you'll see it later. So that one is still on track, getting it done on time. The next thing, Land That I Love. Y'all will see this back here behind me. Land That I Love. I am on track with this quilt. Tammy and I should be finishing it up in 2 more sessions. We come together on Thursday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So if you would like to join us, there's a link down in the description to her channel. She does have thumbnails out there. You can go click and notify me if you just want to see us chit chat. She and I come on the live together. We talk to everybody in the chat, have a great time. We would love if you would stop by and join us if you have time. If not, there's always replay, and we love it. The next thing that I have going is my Cotton Cuts Flyway. It is current as of right now. I did not do the 2025 Fall Puzzle Mystery Quilt. If you see what I have going on, you understand why I don't. So these are the things that are all currently going on that I'm working on. Fairly well, I work on it every week or as it comes in. The next thing that I have pulled this one out. This is my poppy cotton. It was a block of the month. I should have finished it last year before Christmas. I did not. I have only a few more blocks left to do. And I think I'm trying to go on and get them done. I love that block. I love the mushrooms. I think they're so cute. And then we got the bunny rabbit. But this is the packet. We did not get all of the fabric at one time. They have the months come out in a little package here. We paid anywhere from $20 to $25 a month for our fabrics. But in this package, we did get like a large, our backing, I think, in that, and several other fat quarters, because I joined the sew along a couple blocks already in. But this is Poppy Cotton's Country Blessings. It is a sew along that my local quilt shop did. I believe this is from 2023, but we did it in 2024. It is a very cute little quilt, very whimsical to me. And I have a spider. You don't have to call my exterminator tomorrow because I don't like the spiders. But right here I can see I have September, October, November, and December blocks. So I only have 4 blocks to do with the poppy cotton. So I'm going to go on, if in my free time, I don't have a lot of free time right now. I will be finishing this up. And I think how I'm going to do, well, let's just keep talking about what we got going on right now. But this is our poppy cotton. I will be working on it. Let's see, the next one we have. Now, these are things that are intermittently worked on. If I have time. This is the first one that I'm going to be finishing up, and then I'll move to the next one. The next one is most likely going to be my Peaceful Baskets. This is another Fat Quarter Shops block of the month. This was from 2024. I got to block 6 and just lost interest in it. So I have all of my patterns right here in my finishing pattern. I have all of them right here to do the other blocks. I have all of my fabric in this box. This is how I store my active projects, things that I'm working on. And I've just kind of come up with this way to hang my blocks, thanks to Kiara Osborne. She is another YouTuber that quilts as well. You don't see her doing quilting online. She just comes and gives you updates on what she's doing, but she does fabulous work, beautiful work. Another thing that I'm just going to tell you all of them. This is the oldest one that I have going. that I've not finished, and I've kind of thrown my hands up because when I started this, this was from a shop hop in 2023. I did not understand how to read the pattern, to do the cuts, to do all the things. And let me see, this is clue 6, 3, 4, 5. What I've kind of done is went straight to the end as to what the quilt is supposed to look like. This is what's hard for me, is purchasing fabric for something I don't know what it's supposed to look like. It's not going to look like it's supposed to. And that is what happened with this. I do have some of this fabric left. I have it in a bin right here, I think. I think that was my backing. But yeah, I have all the fabrics, the pinks, the greens, the whites, the candy cane. I have all of it. I just have all of it here. And I have pieces here put together. Like I said, I have all of it, and I did not know what I was doing when I purchased these fabrics. I did not know how the shop hop went. I didn't know how to read the pattern. So I just got very, very confused. And yeah, it didn't work out real good for me. So I am going to try to complete this quilt, but when I have time and more patience. But I have some blocks done on this. I have a lot of pieces here. I have some blocks. I just threw it all in here except for all the fabric. You'll see I have some of the pieces done here, and they just didn't do right. But I am going to try to finish it because this was the first shop hop that I attempted. But it's going to have to be when I have more bandwidth, you know, because I'm not there with the bandwidth right now. Okay, this other one that I had started working on, I still love these blocks. And I still have things to do. And I actually have other projects in here. I don't understand why I have other projects in here. But these are the Creative Notions. This is the Barn Star block of the month. And then they went to the bi-monthly box. And they were mystery quilt blocks. So I have Barn Star mystery quilt. This is a Barn Star. Barn Star. I have to kind of... Now, this is the one that I stopped on. This is the one I was wanting to make. And I do have the... I don't know if I still have the fabrics. I had pressed them. I had starched them out. And I think that's what happened. So here we have block 1. This is a block 3. A block 4. A block 5. I don't know what happened to block 2. I will have to look through my paperwork because I know I did not... Oh, there's block 2. And now they're doing a quilt where you get 2 rows. But I keep these here. I keep everything in the box together. I probably need to hang these on a little hanger as well. These I use, well, some of them I just used fabrics I got out of scrap bags. I know some of it is Lori Holt. I know some of it is stitched, I think Corioder or Figueroa. But see, like we have some of these blocks here. Now like this one, that one is using all Pioneer Woman fabrics. That's using all Pioneer Woman fabrics. So is this one. I am all about making quilts for my grandbabies. And I know my grandbabies love those bright colors. I know I've told y'all that my grandson, he stole my little quilt that I kept for him here at the house, and he's put it in his mama's vehicle, and it's the yellow, black, and white quilt, and he loves it. She said he has to have it every time he gets in the car. I'm gonna have to move over this way now. This here is something that I work on periodically when I have a moment, some downtime, and I just want just sewing that's mindless. I have these are paper piecing squares, the 10-inch. I'm making just a string quilt. I still have the fabrics on the back. I just kind of throw them together, and you know, it's going to be however it comes out. I love this line of fabric. This is Bunny Hill Designs. Trying to think of what that's called. Can't even think of what it's called right now. But I love that. That is the line that when I started getting Fat Quarter Shop's box, that is the line they used for their pressed flowers quilt. But that's something that's just going to be worked for a long time. I have a basket down here under my table over here that has those fabrics in it, and I will just use them whenever I have time. I will use it. Now, this here is I'm going to say it's a passion project, not like the Bags of Love, which I am still doing that. So guys, if you have bags that you are working on, I am still working on bags. I just don't bring them on here. Please feel free. This here that I'm going to show you, this is Motor Blockhead 5. I had started doing them, and y'all, this block right here, I absolutely love this block. And that kind of inspired me when I went to retreat last year, which was my very first quilt retreat. I did the retreat with Kristen at I See Stars Quilting. She had a retreat in Quitman, Texas at Stitch in Heaven. I went and I got all of the French General fabrics to do this. I got a variety of them so I could do them. But look, these are all French General or Civil War era, I guess you would call it. I love these blocks. Now this one here, I think this was called Beautiful Day. It was just some fabric in my scrap bin. Not real big contrast there, because I really didn't know what I was doing when I started this. But you know, I was having fun. I was making blocks. I'll probably make a pillow out of that for my grandbabies. But I do have the fabrics to do the motor blockheads, and I've not made time to do it. And that's my biggest thing is I know I have all of these things going, but it's like something new, got to do something new. And I'm going to back down and stop doing that. This here Now, y'all may remember this one here. This is the Bella Rose Mystery Quilt. Whoops. I have stuff falling out already. I'm pulling things out probably that I shouldn't. I've got fabrics here. But this is what the quilt is going to look like. I had started it and realized that they were doing it really scrappy. And I didn't want real scrappy. I actually wanted, it looked like I had something hanging out of my box. I really wanted mine more uniform. I want all my letters to be the same fabric. I want all my squares on the bottom to be the same fabric. So I came back and I pulled some fabrics that I had and started working with them. So I will be working this. I will be finishing this quilt. But yeah, this will be one that I pull out and finish. I just don't know what order yet. And last but definitely not least, this is the quilt that caused so much confusion on my page. I'm going to tell you what it is, but know that I cannot put any of the information on a video that I'm doing, and I can't show you. I love this line that I got. This was a Miss 2024, and I'm trying to think. The fabric is Blizzard by Sweetwater. Get that right. I love Sweetwater. And I have a good amount of this quilt done. Let me get to the picture. And I was just about, if I wasn't already piecing it together, I was very close. It's called Piece of Cake. And you can't really see it, but this is what the pattern looks like. It is an on-point quilt. I will be finishing this quilt. We'll just chit-chat. It won't be a sew-along. You won't see anything but what I may hang up behind me. But this is a beautiful quilt. If you are interested, just Google Brown Bag Mystery. There are several quilt shops that do it. It is Karen Montgomery. She's got some fabulous patterns. I think I had a quilt shop get in a tizzy because I was not aware that there were several quilt shops doing it. I thought just the one quilt shop that I purchased from was doing it because that's the only one I saw. But apparently there's several quilt shops, and how Karen Montgomery explained it to me, because I did message back and forth with her after there was something said to me. And she said just to avoid any, conflict, just remove the videos. I did. So now I won't be putting anything out there about it's Piece of Cake, it's Brown Bag Mystery. I won't be telling what shop I purchased it from. I'm just going to be chit-chatting and sewing. That's all I'm going to be doing. But I will tell you the line is Blizzard by Sweetwater, and I love that. And I actually think my local quilt shop may have one or two bolts still of that. I don't know, but I love it. I love Blizzard. I love Christmas fabrics. But that is, let's see, I'm going to be working on that one before I'm going to be working on blockheads. So I'm going to try to get them in an order so you know how I'm going to be working them. Okay, so upcoming, y'all see my thing here. In the mix, I will be binding my finished quilts. Y'all will be seeing me this week doing, oh, there is one more thing that I forgot that I'm doing. I hung it up. I found these 2 pieces in my thing here. This is from the Shop Hop in North Louisiana. I have all the patterns. I just haven't done all the blocks. This will be done somewhere in there. The patterns are currently packed down in my room reorg, and this right here is part of my room reorg, knowing what I have so I can get it done and out. So, definite things that are happening this week. Not flyaway, because that's not until the beginning of the month. But we will be doing Land That I Love. We will be doing woodruff. I should be doing a flowering block. And I should be possibly trying to do a poppy cotton block. Maybe. Somewhere in there, because I do go back to work the day you're seeing this or the day before. Monday. I will be going back to work on Monday. Am I ready? I think so. I know I'm only 2 weeks post-op, but I think so. I think I'm ready to go back. I think my knee will handle up fine. I think it'll be okay. But if not, I'll elevate, I'll ice, and take pain medication. But, so these 3 or 4 things for sure that I'm going to be working on is the woodruff, the Land That I Love, the flowering, possibly the poppy cotton. I do want to get in here and cut out the pattern and the fabrics for me another top. I want to get back into my garment sewing, but I don't need something that is like labor intensive and just out there. I need something simple and easy. You know, I need like duster dresses. That's really what I need, because duster dresses, you can throw leggings on them in the winter time and some boots and be great with a long sleeve under them. And in the summer, you can wear a little cap sleeve with a duster dress and sandals, and it be cool enough. You know, you're not sweating yourself to pieces. But now let's get an order on how I plan on finishing. First thing to finish is my Battenberg. I will be binding that one possibly it should be this week. I want to take at least 1 quilt a week to finish. So let me tell you on the unfinished projects, the order I'm hoping to do them in. Poppy cotton first. You can't see poppy cotton. Let me get it where you can see it. This is my poppy cotton. This is my poppy cotton first. Peaceful Baskets second. Bella Rose Mystery Quilt third. Brown Bag Mystery fourth. My string quilt is in there just whenever. And then the next 3 are just whenever. Creative Notions blocks. Pretty Poinsettia, that was the Shop Hop in 2023. And then Moda Blockheads. Moda Blockheads is one of those that I can pull when I get a lot of stuff done and out of here, I can pull and do a block, a week. But I do plan on getting the quilts that are in my finished box, which is just, some of them are already quilted, some of them need to be quilted, which are smaller quilts. But those, we will be getting those done and finished, because I want to empty that box. Once that box is emptied, I can pull my grandmother's box of quilts in and start working 1 quilt a week of hers to see if I can get them quilted, finished, and all the things. So yes, it's going to be an expense for all the quilting because my grandmother's quilts are large quilts, and I know y'all saw me struggling with the Battenberg, and that one is only like 50.5 by 50.5 or 51 by 51, and I was struggling. So it's going to be slow based off of some months I can budget to do one, maybe two long arm quilts, but most months it's only one, and some months it's not even that. It's according to what we've had happen, and you know, if we need to pull money out of the budget for my long arming to go to something else, and that happens. Sometimes that happens. But if y'all just keep watching the videos and sharing the videos, that does help get me out to more people. The more people that subscribe and view, and the longer you watch the video, I do receive pay through the ads on YouTube, and the more views I have, the more people that watch, the few more cents I make. So, but it does add up, and it does help me get these quilted. I am not going to discount the income that I have coming in from YouTube. That does help me have quilts quilted. So, and I appreciate each and every one of you liking and sharing the videos. It's wonderful. I love it. But y'all see what I have? I can give you a lofty goal of having this all done by Christmas, but I'm not doing that. I'm not going to stress myself. It'll get done when it gets done, and I'm just going to enjoy the process. So guys, this is all of my updates. I'm not going to tell you what my hopes are for this next week, because I have realized I need to quit making plans, because it never happens how it should. But I can tell you one thing. I am doing a little change-a-roo here. I have realized now, I mean, my husband works off, so I have nobody here but me and my kitty cats. So me checking comments and me looking at YouTube does not affect mine and his relationship, because he's working and I'm here by myself. But when he's in, I have found that I do devote a lot of time to YouTube with recording and editing and uploading, and I do have a full-time job that I'm going back to tomorrow. Now, here post-surgery, I have slept a lot. My sister called me today. Now, yesterday I did grocery shopping. Or was it Friday? This past weekend, I did grocery shopping, and then my sister and I went and did breakfast and a little more grocery shopping on Saturday. And my knee swelled up like a basketball. So today is Sunday. So I did not go anywhere this morning. I got up, but I realized I needed to elevate. My leg was hurting. So today, I slept until noon when my sister called me. And she was like, I was just checking on you. Came to see you yesterday, and I couldn't get you. Because there's a place that we go eat at. It's a barbecue place. And they have pork belly. And that is one of my favorite things. I love their pork belly. I've only had it one time, and I told her, I said, oh, please bring me some back. I know I can't go anywhere. My knee is hurting too bad. Well, she brought me some, but she couldn't get me to answer the door. It was 3 o'clock, and I was asleep. So I wake up just for small amounts of time. I am not taking any of the pain medication. So, I mean, that's not what it is. I just think my body is telling me to rest. And that's what I've been doing. I've been listening to my body. I have been doing my exercises. I am walking a lot better. But as the doctor said, there's nothing they can do for bone on bone. I am still going to have that pain. You know, so it is what it is. But I'm doing my strengthening exercises to hopefully help that. And, but I'm going to be working, so I had to set myself a rule. Because I'd rather get up and come in this sewing room and sew absolutely all day, or when I'm awake, I will sew. And that's what I've been doing. I've not been tending to my house, but it's just me. So really, you know, but I need to take care of business in my home. So like a child, I had to do a chore list, and I broke it down to where when I come in the evening time, I have to do a chore and get it done before I can come in the sewing room. Now, when I come in the sewing room, of course, I'm going to be recording for you guys, because granted, this is like a job and I have to treat it as such. I have to be committed to it. But I love it. I love creating, and y'all just get the bonus of seeing me do it. So, but when I do it, I'm going to do one thing: record, edit, upload, and I'll worry about the rest the next day. And then at night, I can watch a movie, and during commercial breaks, I will either get up and go do dishes, which I don't have to do dishes every day, because I normally use paper plates, paper cups, plastic spoons, and forks, because I don't want to wash dishes. But dishes I cook in, which I've started cooking again, which is a good thing. Before, I could not stand up long enough to do that. But here recently, I've been eating a lot of baked potatoes. I do have some potatoes, and I don't want them to happen up like the other bag did. And I bake me a potato at night, put me some chili and cheese on it, some butter, salt and pepper. And that's what I've been eating, which is pretty filling. I love those. But I'm making it where I have to do a chore. And each day it's going to be something different. Like today it was dishes. Get all dishes washed and my countertops. You know, I keep my kitchen clean, but I don't scrub it and deep clean it but like once a week. Well, that hasn't been happening. So I take everything off my counters and I spray it with water, and then I put like Comet on it or something. I have found that Comet does draw ants, so I've been spraying it with that Dawn power spray. So I can't think what it's called, but it's the blue bottle and you spray it. Well, I've been spraying that all over my counter and my walls, because you know, behind your stove and behind your sink, it gets a little dirty. So that's what today was get dishes done. Tomorrow will be the cabinets. But at night when I sit down and watch a movie, I can hang and fold laundry right there on my coffee table, and I've got a roll-in clothes rack that I pull beside me, and I can hang my clothes right there, and hey, I'm done. So I'm killing two birds with one stone. I'm relaxing and doing a chore. So I can kind of get like 2 done in a day, but I don't want to look at it that way, because then I won't want to do it. I'm one of those. I don't like doing chores, but I've got to tend to business within my house, because we have been gathering things to donate, and they're all still in my dining room. I walk in the door and there's stuff piled for donation in my dining room. So I've got to get that done, taken care of, out of my house, because if it's sitting in there, I can't sweep and mop, and it's got to go. It's got to go. Not only am I clearing out my sewing room, I'm doing the rest of my house the same way too. If I go in a room and I see something that it's like, I don't use that, I haven't used that, it goes in a box or a clothes basket or something and goes in my dining room to be donated. So that's how things have stacked up, and I can't carry my donations until Friday, and I can only do it between like 8 and 12, and if I'm asleep, I can't donate it, and we can't just drop it off. You can't, because they call that is littering if you just drop it off. So we can't do that. So I have to get myself back on track. So I won't be doing as many late night lives, you know, getting on lives. So I will miss you guys for that until I get myself back on track and back in a groove. I'm going to be going to bed pretty early, and it's about 9 o'clock now. So I'm going to call this an end. And I know I rambled on, but guys, I hope y'all join me finishing up these projects. I am going to have to do, what did they call that? Like a bed folding or something like that, to display all the quilts that I have done. This one will be done July 31st. The woodruff will be done this upcoming Saturday. We will have it done, whether it's online or not. We will be done. That will be the last video that we do. I will probably bring you guys along for me binding it, but I'm not sure. I need to get some binding done. I did not realize I had 3 quilts, well, 4 quilts now to be bound. But guys, thank you so much for joining me. I do appreciate each and every one of you stopping by to see what I have going on. And y'all see, I got a whole big old hot mess right now. We're going to get it done. I'm going to try to not start another quilt, which I have one over here that September. I want to tell you, September, we will be doing the sew along with Tammy on Yuletide Sampler 2. Her link is down in the description. We are doing the Land That I Love until July 31st, and we will pick up in September. We don't know what date yet. It'll be Tammy, Alicia with Quilty Bird Alicia, and myself. We will be coming live doing the Yuletide Sampler. So I'm trying to think, but August I will not be doing a sew along on Saturday mornings. I will, well, it won't be a particular pattern sew along, but we will be coming together on Saturday morning and sewing along with one another with whatever we have. So give me a thumbs up, share the video with your friends, family, co-workers, quilt guilds, all of the people. It does help me. If you feel so inclined to leave me a comment, please do. I do try to respond to each and every comment personally. And as always, until I see you again, I hope you have a very blessed day. Bye, guys.